Welcome to another Permagrow video. I decided to make a few shorts on growing tomatoes indoors year-round. It's substantially different than growing tomatoes outside. When you're growing outside, you want large plants, and even if you're growing in containers, they need to be in big pots and spaced far apart. If you're growing tomatoes indoors, you're trying to make best use of the light. So when you're trying to make best use of the light, you're trying to have more plants in smaller pots. So these were the original mother plants that I had, that whenever they grow up into the light, I cut the top off and then I root that top and then let the suckers that grow lower, which you would normally prune off according to recommendations from lots of other growers, and I let those grow up. So this one here, where it's getting up into the light right above the tomatoes, I'm going to prune that off and then start a new tomato with it. So here I cut that off right above the tomatoes that were growing, and that'll let some of the other stuff that's growing down lower begin to grow up. And this other one here as well, I'm going to cut it off. So after you cut these off, you can just cut the lower branches, put some rooting hormone, and stick them in the dirt, and then they'll be brand new plants. So I pruned those up. Now I'm just going to dip them in the water and then dip them in the rooting hormone, and then I'm just going to push them into the dirt right over here. In about a week, those will start to root and then start to grow. One other thing you need to do is cut off any new blossoms that were starting to grow, so it can conserve its energy and do some rooting, and then it'll get new blossoms later on. So the way I grow tomatoes, I have pretty much continuous production, because I'm always cutting the top off and rooting them and creating new plants. And then, some are about ready to harvest. This one's about ready to harvest. Those over there will be ready in a week or two, back there in the corner. And then these ones are coming along behind. And then I have other ones that I've just now rooted. And so what you do is just keep cutting the top, keep rooting and planting new tomatoes. And all these tomatoes came from the same 4 mother plants that are still producing. So it's just amazing how abundant your tomatoes can be in a small space indoors.